Hey everybody, Ben with BRG Music, back with another video on some arpeggios. I've covered these arpeggio shapes in major scale mode, in the major scale, in Neapolitan minor and harmonic minor. Now I want to cover what you get in Hungarian minor. And Hungarian minor is easy to think about if you know the other two scales. Neapolitan and harmonic. It's kind of both of those variations in one scale. So if you remember, we were doing C major, and then to play Neapolitan minor, we had a D sharp. In harmonic minor, we had a G sharp. Hungarian minor has both. It makes for some really cool scale shapes, and I've got a bunch of videos on the modes for that on this channel if you want to check those out. But back to the arpeggios, this changes a bunch of stuff, right? Now you have the variations from harmonic minor and Neapolitan minor all in one place, you know, and then you have further derivation if you encounter anything that's got both notes in it. So without further ado, we'll get started. Our first chord is a C augmented chord, the major 7, and it's going to be 3 to 7 on the A string, 6 on the D, 4 to 5 on the G string, 5 on the B, 4 to 7 on the high E. Right? Moving on. Our next one is that really crazy one I talked about when I first did Neapolitan minor. It's it's basically part of it. It's a inversion of an F7 chord, but we're starting on this D sharp and thinking of it as a little different, like a sus2 weirdness with some oddball crap, right? The flats. Double flat 7 or some crap like that. But if you put it back together with the rest of the F7, it makes perfect sense as an F7, but played as that little fragment is kind of sick. Right? Okay, moving on. Now we're at our next note would be, let's see, C, D sharp, E. It gets interesting here. So our E, because it has a G in it, the G becomes G sharp, it's an E major. And then we have D sharp, so it's an E major 7, which, you know, wouldn't naturally occur if you didn't have the D sharp. And the cool thing about this particular scale is the next chord, the F, is the same value. So you have two naturally occurring major 7 chords right next to each other, E and F. Kind of sick. The way I fret those is going to be, I'll go back to the other chord too. That other one is 6-8. This is that weird F7 chord. 6-8, 7 on the D, 5 to 8 on the G, 6 on the B, and then 5 to 8 on the high E. And then the major 7s look like this. They're this one's 7 to 11, and then 9 on the D, and then 8 to 9 on the G. Grab the 9th fret of the B string, and then 7 to 11 on the high E. It's a really easy shape to play. And the same thing for F, but 1 fret higher and everything. 8 to 12, 10, 9 to 10, 10, 8 to 12. Okay, moving on. So we've covered C, D sharp, E, F. Next chord is G sharp, right? That's where its base is. So let's see what we got. We have G sharp, we have B, we have D sharp. So there's 2 variations right there. And then we're going to go to what? We're going to hit E and then F. kind of weird, right? Some of that is really sick. That's awesome. 10 to 13 on the A string for our G to B, or G sharp to B. 10 to 14, sorry. And then it's going to be 13 on the D for the D sharp. You're going to grab the F, which is the natural occurring note in the scale, at the 10th fret of the G string. Then we grab 13 of the B, or the G string, for the G sharp. 12th fret of the B for the B note. D sharp is 11 on the high E. Then I'm going to grab that F at 13 on the high E. So kind of a twisted arpeggio. I like that. It's gross. It's really sick. A lot of fun to play too because of the motion. Okay, so that's what we get at G sharp. Moving on, next one is A, and this shouldn't be too crazy. We have A, C, E, and then G sharp. So it's A minor with a major 7. We've done that before. It looks like this. It's going to be 12 to 15 on the A string, 14 on the D, 13 to 14 on the G string. I'll do that with like that, and then we'll play 13 on the B string, and then 12 to 16 on the high E. This minor major 7 is a great finger workout for the middle 2 fingers if you fret it that way. It really makes those middle 2 fingers do a lot of work because of the way the middle part of the chord works. Moving on. Next chord is going to be based on a B, because after that we're going to hit C and we're going to start all over. But the B is our next chord, so it's going to be B, D sharp, because that's changed. So it's no longer a typical diminished pattern. It's a major 3rd now to an F. So I've got that diminished. I got a major 3rd and a flat 5th. The next note's going to be an A because it's a flat 7. And then I'm back at the octave B. It's kind of cool, isn't it? So now moving on, I've got 14 to 18 on the A string, 15 on the D, 14 to 16 on the G string. I'm going to roll my finger to play 16 on the B string for that D sharp. I'm going to finish with 13 to 17 on the high E string, which is a really that's gnarly. I like that. It's really sweet. What you call that? It's like a major 3rd with it's got a flat 7, it's got a flat 5th in it. Someone knows the name out there. I don't. I think it's a sweet shape. I'll remember it and I'll eventually figure out the name. Phone's ringing. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. That's a little bit about these arpeggios in Hungarian minor. Look us up on the web at www.brgmusic.com. Thanks for watching.